How we doing, everybody? UFC Thoughts here, and today I'm going to be recapping UFC Atlanta, Usman vs. Buckley that wrapped up yesterday. I can't even, I'm so goddamn happy right now. Picks-wise, I did alright. I went 8-4-1 because of the Bellato fight. So, technically, like, if you just want to not count that, I went 8-4, but the main event, I have never been so happy to get a fight wrong in my life. The Khamzat fight would have been sweet, but I'm also like a big Khamzat fan, so like that one didn't hurt as bad. This one, it feels so sweet. It was weird because in the fight, I was like, I picked Joaquim. So, like, whenever you pick somebody to win, like, in the back of your mind, you're like, dude, come on, win. I didn't really experience any of that. I was just totally fucking ragdoll him, Kamaru. Fucking ragdoll him, dude. Kamaru made it look easy. Round one, immediately got the takedown. Held him down for the entire round, essentially. Grounded him out. That was it. Round two, essentially the same thing. Joaquim had a bit more time on the feet and then got taken down. Round three, again, a lot of the same thing where Joaquim, like, collectively throughout the rounds, just had more time to do stuff on the feet. Like, round by round. He got taken down at like 4:30 here, maybe 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 50 seconds. This was maybe like 3 minutes, 250, and then this one was like 1:30 in the round, and then he just didn't take him down in round five. I am so shocked that Joaquim did absolutely nothing to even try and get up. I get that he probably did, and it was mostly just Kamaru being as... When he gets you in that position, it's very hard to get back to your feet, because all he does is he's going to hold you against the fence, kind of put you in a seat, and whenever you even get to your butt, he's just going to lace your legs up and drag you out. And he did that a lot, especially in the early rounds. It got to the point, though, where if you are a Joaquim Buckley person who picked him, or if you're just a Joaquim Buckley fan and don't really like Kamaru Usman that much, which I couldn't fucking be me, dude, where Joaquim just allowed bottom position, as like in some of the rounds. Like round three, I don't think he even really tried anything to get back up. Same with round two. Joaquim was like talking to his coaches. Like he was like, yeah, I got it. And then he would just do nothing. And Kamaru would just lay on top of him, rain down ground and pound, and steal the round every single time. Kamaru looked... Here's my issue. Kamaru on the grappling looked really fucking good. On the feet, Kamaru really did nothing. Like, if we're being totally... I think his best punch he landed was in round five, which was a jab and a right hand. Which was Joaquim Buckley's best round, unironically. On the feet, it was a fight where, as an Usman fan, I was just like, don't let it happen again. You know what I mean? And it's wild that as a fan of somebody who's as dominant as he is, you have to be in the fifth round where he's clearly up 4-0. Maybe round four. I think one of the judges gave Joaquim round four. I don't really think that's... I think the takedown and subsequent ground and pound when he had him in, like, against the cage was more than whatever Joaquim did on the feet, if I'm being honest. But yeah, and then round five, he didn't get a single takedown, and I'm like, just fucking survive. Kamaru, and he's on the back foot, and Joaquim's just shovel uppercutting ghosts and landing some big shots here and there, but Kamaru won, dude. This month would have been so fucking dreadful if he would have lost, and I would have had to just be like, fuck, man. Now, on the feet, like I said, I don't really know how he stacks up against, like, a JDM. I think a JDM would still maybe beat Kamaru. Because JDM at least is technical in his get-ups. Joaquim, whenever he gets up, it's really just powerful shit. You know what I mean? Like, he just kind of stands up, and Kamaru just doesn't allow that. JDM actually uses some technique in his Granby rolls, and Craig Jones in his corner and all those guys. He's got a lot of technique in those get-ups. I think you have to run Kamaru versus Bilal Muhammad, though. I think that's the fight you have to run near the end of the year. I think that fight makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of beef there. I don't know if Kamaru in the post-fight interview, like post-fight press conference, was like, Bilal Muhammad, shit, I don't want to fight him. I want to fight for the... I don't know what he said, because I didn't stay up long enough to watch that. I think that's the fight you have to do. Because getting this win doesn't get Kamaru a title shot, in my honest opinion. I don't really think you can do that. I think you have to just, when the iron's hot, you have to strike that Bilal Muhammad matchup. Because they're just going to do Islam versus JDM. So you kind of have to match-make these other dudes in the lower depths of the division. I think Sean Brady and Shavkat should fight each other. I think Kamaru Usman versus Bilal makes a lot of sense. I don't really know what matchup makes sense for Joaquin Buckley now. Maybe him versus like a Jeff Neal. Maybe something like that, because Joaquin's 7, Jeff Neal's 10 or something. Or maybe you do Joaquin Buckley versus like a Michael Morales. Or Michael Morales might be fighting Leon Edwards. So I don't. Kind of a weird position for Joaquin Buckley now, but Kamaru fucking Usman. Dude, he was making it look easy. I can't believe Joaquin can't defend a takedown. He literally, he just didn't know how to until round 5. It's nuts. Great win for fucking Kamaru Usman. I don't know if he becomes champ again. I don't know about that. I think he might beat Bilal Muhammad. I think that would be a really good fight for him. But, man, what a fucking win. We move to the co-main event. Rose Namajunas versus Miranda Maverick. Unironically, probably the second best fight on the main card. I thought Rose won based on 1 and 3 because she dropped her in round 3. Round 2, I gave to Miranda Maverick. She kind of stole it back at the end with the submission attempt that was really tight, and then the subsequent ground and pound afterwards. Round 1 I gave, even though Miranda outstruck Rose, I think Rose landed the way better shots of the round. Again, a lot of this fight, round 1, was Rose slightly out, not even slightly outlanding, just slightly out-damaging Miranda Maverick. And round 3 was a lot of just slightly outdoing, you know what I mean? So, you get Rose in there with a decent level WMMA fighter. Miranda Maverick's alright. I think she is on the level of Amanda Hebos and who else did she fight? Tracy Cortez, and she's probably on that level, but she also might have injured her knee in round 3, because the knockdown, she grimaced and started limping when she stood up, so unfortunate for her, but Rose gets the dub, so tough shit. Rose, who should she fight? Who fucking knows at this point? Flyweight. You could do her versus Alexa Grasso. Fuck it. We move to the featured fight. Edmund Shabazian versus Andre Petroski. Yeah, Edmund just did better than Andre in round 1. I actually thought round 2 you could give to Andre Petroski. I thought round 2 you could. I understand if you don't, because Edmund still landed some solid shots, but I think Andre did really good work in the pocket, landing some big shots there. Round 1 was very clearly Edmund Shabazian. He was stumbling Andre with his jab every single time he landed it. In round 3, Edmund, I'm pretty sure he broke Andre's arm, his left arm, with a right side body kick, and he blocked it with his arm, and he immediately grabbed his wrist, and then Edmund kicked it again, and then he dropped to the ground. He didn't really hurt his body. I'm pretty sure he just shattered Andre's arm. And from that point on, Andre was just fighting from way too down in round 3 to even manage. 2 of the judges gave the first 2 to Edmund, so it doesn't really matter. But swing and a miss on an underdog. Andre, he's always a decent underdog. You know what I mean? He's always he can always somewhat manage to stay in fights, but Edmund, too big to actually defend a takedown this matchup. Let me close my door really quick. Excuse me. My knee. Just too big. Actually defended some takedowns in this fight. Now you want out? You're an asshole, you know that? Get out of here. Yeah, Edmund defended some takedowns, defended 4. I think he defended 1. He defended 3 in the first round. When did Edmund shoot a takedown? I don't really remember that, but yeah, Andre would shoot a takedown, not really try and like follow through with it, he didn't really chain wrestle at all in this fight, which kind of disappointed me, but a good win for Edmund. Golden boy. All right, we move to Cody Garbrandt versus Raoni Barcelos. I kind of ate shit on the main card if I'm looking back at this. Another underdog that I picked in Cody Garbrandt. Cody almost did it, man. Round 1, he won because he seemingly dropped Raoni with like a shot to the side of the head. They didn't credit him with a knockdown, but it looked like he did. And he did better work than Raoni in round 1. Round 2, man, it's just the pace, the pressure of Raoni Barcelos really added up in round 2. And Cody was still doing some decent work, just was on the back foot the entire time. And Raoni at the end of round 2 ended up landing a hell of a right hand that seemingly hurt Cody, dropped him to his hands and knees, and Raoni just seals around indefinitely for Raoni. Round 3, dude, round 3 it was close, but like Raoni was doing a lot of good work. You know what I mean? Had Cody's back at one point. It's just one of those things where you're looking at a fight and you're like, just do some more, man. And he did. He did some good work, like giving credit to Cody Garbrandt, but he just needed to land like a couple more big shots of ground and pound or go a bit more in the last 20 seconds. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, come on, dude. You didn't do enough to steal that round back. And it's just like, damn, Raoni gets another win. Is that 3 fights in a row for Raoni Barcelos now? Yeah, that's 3 fights in a row. That's Quinones and Talbot, and damn, that's wild. Good win for Raoni Barcelos. Cody just slightly outdone. Round 2 was very dominantly Raoni Barcelos, and round 3 was close, but I think Raoni did a lot of good work early on, and Cody just, again, kind of whiffed on some shots, and you know, he was on his back foot the entire time. It's one of those, like, dude, you just got to get to the center. You just got to fight back a little bit. But good win for Raoni Barcelos. We move to Mansour Abdul-Malik versus Cody Brundage. This fight was a whole lot of nothing. I'll be honest. It was a whole lot of nothing. I gave the first round to Cody Brundage. I think you can tell by these striking numbers. He actually did a lot of good work. I gave round 2 to Mansour. Some people had it 2-0 Cody Brundage. I gave round 2 mostly based on visible damage because he cut Cody Brundage behind the ear and it was like equal landings, and we can see that it actually was. Mansour Abdul-Malik, after the Nick Klein fight, I don't know if he was scared of getting hurt again. He did fuck all in the first 2 rounds. Like, he did actually like nothing. Cody Brundage similarly didn't really do a lot either. Round 3, when Mansour finally does what you need to do against Cody Brundage, which is just kind of go ape mode, immediately had success, knocked him down very early in the round. They started slugging. Cody Brundage just kind of went like, just started throwing stupid like overhands. He actually caught Mansour a couple times, and I was like, holy shit, there's no way Mansour was going to get knocked out by Cody Brundage. And then Cody Brundage, he gets pressed against the fence, Mansour throws a knee, and they clash heads, and then, you know, they go to a technical decision. Mansour wins. Some of the judges had it 30-27 to Mansour, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Round 1, I thought was pretty easily Cody Brundage. I thought Cody Brundage did a lot of good work in round 1, but what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Like, Cody Brundage, again, tried to pull off a masterclass of a fluke. Didn't get it done, but it is what it is. We move, pretty shit fight. We move to the start of the main card. Alonzo Menafield versus Umar Sy. Laugh it up, guys. Laugh it up. I might have been wrong on Umar Sy. I think that Umar Sy could have gotten the decision. I thought he could have. Round 1 was close. It really depends on how you score the exchanges. I think that Umar could have gotten round one. I could understand giving round one to Alonzo. I think he landed some really solid shots of his own. It really just is like, do you favor the volume of Umar throwing more and landing more, or Alonzo landing less but landing maybe 2 big shots? You know what I mean? That's really what it is. Round 2, very clearly Umar C. held Alonzo against the fence the entire time. Round 3 was very clearly Alonzo Menifield. He landed the way better shots than Umar. Umar really did nothing in this fight, and I'm sad about that because I thought Umar C. was the future. And this performance, even watching it, I was like, this is not the performance you need against an Alonzo Menifield. And, dude, he lost. He got the decision. Alonzo got the decision over him. And I'm just sat there watching him like, dude, Umar, you got to do more on the feet, bud. And it's sad. It's like you just got to do more. You can't win a pit-pat decision when Alonzo throws 100% into everything he throws. You know what I mean? Like, I thought Umar could have gotten it, but I understand giving it to Alonzo Menifield. Umar really needs to improve his setups. And also just throwing more in urgent moments, not, fading away, you know what I mean? But good one for Alonzo Menifield, I guess. Umar C., get back in the lab, buddy. You'll be back, but just don't turn into your average French fighter, bro. Come on, please. Prove the stereotype wrong. I'm not even French. I just want... Oh, Umar C. was the guy, and he fucking loses to Alonzo Menifield, dude. I'm pissed. We move to, oh my god, the featured prelim, Paul Craig versus Rodolfo Bellato. People were saying that Rodolfo was winning the first round. He was not winning this first round. I thought Paul Craig was very clearly outdoing Rodolfo Bellato in round 1. Rodolfo didn't even really land anything that I can even remember remotely. Paul Craig landed a couple solid body kicks, landed a good jab and right hand. Rodolfo literally was just on the front foot doing absolutely fucking nothing. But at the end of round 1, after Rodolfo gets Paul Craig down and, he's just he stands up, throws a good old low kick. Like, Rodolfo was landing good low kicks, but he didn't throw, enough to, steal the round, in my opinion. I'm looking at this, and then he jumps on him. I was like, dude, just jump on him. Paul Craig, you're not going to get triangled with 8 seconds to go. Rodolfo jumps on him, he's like, ugh. And then Paul Craig, to be fair, up kicks pretty hard on Rodolfo Bellato. Rodolfo literally fakes going unconscious to try and get a disqualification. And people are like, why would he do that? Why would he do that? He was winning the round. He wasn't winning the round. He might have in the fight realized, oh shit, I'm getting outstruck by Paul Craig right now. I might need to fake something. And he did. And Rodolfo probably should get cut. He's 1-0-2 in the UFC. It's a weird-ass resume. And the reason why I think he faked it, a lot of people are bringing this up. When he gets up-kicked, I don't even really think he got up-kicked crazy hard. I don't think it really landed on his jaw or his chin. It looked like it landed kind of on his trap and his neck. He, going down, looks at the ref and is like, what the fuck, man? And then goes unconscious. It was the weirdest fucking thing I've personally ever seen. You're going to have to look it up because I, of course, can't show fight footage because that's the ownership of the UFC. But, I thought he was faking it. And to be fair, if he didn't do the whole look at the ref thing, it would have been kind of solid acting. He was blinking rapidly, kind of weirdly. He tried to wrestle the ref when the ref went up to him. So he had grade A acting, but I think he was faking it, to be honest. This matchup's cursed. If that's the last time we see Paul Craig in the octagon, I'm actually going to be kind of sad because I want to see more younger fighters get their names built up off of beating his ass. Good win, or no good win. It was a no contest. The second, wow. Rodolfo has both of the non-wins in the UFC this year because he has the draw with Jimmy Crute at 312 and now the no contest with Paul Craig. Wow, that's a first. That's fucking wild. What the fuck? So, yeah, Rodolfo, you're probably getting sent back to the fucking B leagues, bud. We move to Michael Chiesa versus Court McGee. Again, it was just a fight where a fighter did a bit more than the other. Round 1, Michael lands better. Round 2, Michael lands better. Round 3, Michael lands more and better. Court McGee just was kind of fighting from behind the entire time. Didn't really land anything of note. Yeah, that's about it. Michael Chiesa wins a fight. Again, please give him somebody that can actually beat him. That's not 40 and washed. Who fucking know? Maybe Michael Chiesa's next fight's gonna be fucking Tim Means or some shit. Give Michael Chiesa a fucking like Islam Dulatov. You know what I mean? Give him like one of those guys. Give Michael Chiesa a Phil Rowe. You know, give him someone that can actually like beat him. Like these are non-matchups. These are like non-fights. And they're boring as shit. The Max Griffin one wasn't as boring. I will say that. Neither was the Tony Ferguson. That was the first round finish. The Max Griffin one was actually like Michael was doing good work. This fight was literally like unbearable to watch. Like it was so... Nothing was happening. They didn't even try and get in the wrestling department like at all. Court McGee shot a couple. Round 3, there was a lot of clinching, but like... No advancing to get takedowns, really. Michael Chiesa was trying to get trips, but Court McGee's got good defense. And that's where I thought the fight would take place more in the grappling, because they're both such good grapplers. Court McGee's got great wrestling, and Michael Chiesa's a submission, savant on his back, or whenever he gets someone's back. And he was like, what the fuck, man? This fight sucked. We move to, thank you, Malcolm Wellmaker versus Chris Moutinho. Yeah, the UFC website was glitched with his stats the entire time. That's fucking funny. Malcolm Wellmaker's the next big star in the UFC, in my opinion. I think that's what everyone's going to say. Yeah, Malcolm looks really good. He looks really fucking good, man. Insane. Listen, this matchup was going to go this way whether you liked it or not. And he's in the title, and it's bad when a guy on the prelims is going to be in my title of the video, because I usually just do the first 3 fights, But Malcolm Wellmaker stole the show with his KO over Chris Moutinho. And I know it's Chris Moutinho, and a lot of people are going to just be like, oh, but it's Chris Moutinho. Dude, he fucking floored him. And to be fair to Chris... There was like a 30-second stretch in this fight where I was like, dude, is Chris Moutinho about to walk down Malcolm Wellmaker right now? And I was like, dude, there's no fucking way. And then Malcolm was just swinging for the fences, kind of reset himself, landed a lot of good low kicks early. He's so calm in the cage as well, very calm fighter, very reserved. And then he lifted his knee, faked the knee, and just... You can kill Alex Bahaya's... you can kill the man, you can't kill the idea. 3 right hook knockouts in a row for Malcolm Wellmaker, and Chris Moutinho fucking face plants badly. Malcolm Wellmaker took no damage. Get him on either 318 or 319. Get him on a pay-per-view. You know what I mean? That's 2 fight nights in a crowded arena in a row. Get him on a pay-per-view. Who do you do it against? I wouldn't mind Victor Henry. I wouldn't mind Ricky Simone. I wouldn't mind, who's another kind of lower-ranked bantamweight. Do him versus John Matsumoto would be even kind of cool. Is John Matsumoto, is he a flyweight or is he a bantamweight? He's a bantamweight, right? Yeah, because he fought Rob Font. He didn't move up a weight class, so yeah. Do that. Or him versus, is Cody Haddon? I think Cody Haddon's a bantamweight, isn't he? Him and Cody Haddon would be a really cool fight. Just do something. Him versus Alexandre Topuria. You know what I mean? Like, do him versus one of these guys. Or just like a big name that someone actually knows. That would be a good matchup. Maybe an older guy, like I said, Ricky Simone or Victor Henry would do just as well. But yeah, I think you need to kind of fucking, what's his name? Martinez. How am I forgetting him? I play him on UFC 5 every fucking day. You know who I'm talking about. Martinez. Leg kick fella. Fought Jose Aldo. Why am I forgetting his name? That's my guy. I'm literally seeing his face right now. It's not Joseph. What's his fucking name? Dude, I'm pissed. I can't remember his name. Fuck. I'm gonna have to fucking cheat a little bit. Oh, Jose Aldo isn't even fucking on here anymore, bro. That's fucking gay. That's not what I meant by that. It's Jonathan Martinez. I didn't mean that when I said that word. By the way, that was hate-filled. him versus Jonathan Martinez would be kind of cool as well. We move. Fucking skip past that. God damn it. Cody Durden versus Jose Ochoa. Badass fight. Really cool fight. Jose Ochoa. These two fights back-to-back were fucking wild, dude. Cody Durden, round one. Jose Ochoa was just way faster than him. Dude, he threw 101 strikes in round one. Jose was just way quicker than Cody. Cody really couldn't do anything with the grappling until the end when he kind of hurt Jose and got a takedown. And then round two opens up. Jesus Christ. Jose Ochoa literally walks at him, throws a right hook uppercut, hurts Cody Durden, follows him, does the jumping body kick that he loves to do, right hand, left hook, and right on the button, and Cody Durden gets knocked the fuck out. Jose Ochoa is really good, man. When he's not in there with a supremely younger fighter, and he's in there with like a kind of a gatekeeper, because he was kind of, people were picking Cody Durden quite a bit. He was a slight favorite, but Jose fucking floored him, dude. That was a great win for Jose Ochoa. And the thing is, Cody Durden's probably not that far from rankings either. You could argue Jose Ochoa gets like a Matt Schnell fight next. You know what I mean? Or he gets like a, him versus Charles Johnson would be really fucking fun. Jose Ochoa, but Charles Johnson's fighting Lone Kavanaugh in Shanghai, so you can't make that. Because Jose Ochoa, I think you should get him back in the cage as quick as possible. Who's a flyweight that you could do? Him versus Edgar Shirez. That's a fucking fun fight. Jose Ochoa, Edgar Shirez. Make that. That would be fucking sweet. You could do that for Noche. On that Noche card in San Antonio. Fuck it. Jose Ochoa's Peru is what he's Peruvian, so it makes sense. Make that fight. We move to Ricky Simón versus Cameron Smotherman. You could also do Jose Ochoa versus Lazy Boy Rodriguez, but you know that's besides the point. Pretty easy win for Ricky Simón outside of round 3. I gave round 3 pretty easily to Cameron Simon. Not Cameron Simon. Cameron Smotherman. Round 1 and 2 was just Ricky kind of bullying him in there. Cameron was kind of trying to, you know, like, be like, yeah, motherfucker, come on, fight me. And he started landing good shots in round 3. He actually seemingly, like, landed a lot of good right hands, or was it left hands? I forget. It was against the cage. He was kind of walking Ricky down, kind of landing combinations near the end of the fight, but too little, too late for Cameron Smotherman. Round 1 and 2, Ricky just out-wrestles him very easily, holds him against the cage, wrestle-fucks him. Ricky Simón actually landed a really good jab in round 1 that led into the takedown, mixing it in, because Cameron kind of got like, woo. And then he had to defend a double leg, but couldn't do it. Good win for Ricky Simón. Apparently in the fight, when he was pressing Cameron Smotherman against the fence, he was saying, "You're under arrest." And Cameron Smotherman was like, "That's fucking racist." Which, I mean, I don't think he meant it because Cameron's black. I think he probably meant it because he probably had wrist control and was kind of holding him against the cage. But if he meant it because he's black, that's fucking wild. But good win for Ricky Simón, I guess. Cameron Smotherman 1 and 2 in the UFC. I don't know if he gets re-signed, but who fucking knows. We move to Phil Rowe versus Ange Loosa. What a fucking fight this was. Round 1, very Ange Loosa-esque. Gets a takedown early, holds Phil Rowe down, just kind of holds him there. Round 2 was wild because Phil Rowe was dogging Angelusa in the round. He was beating his ass on the feet. And then Angelusa near the end of the round just throws like a 4-hook combination and drops Phil Rowe. And I'm like, God damn it. Because Angelusa, he's not that good, but he's got a really good shin. So going into round 3, I was like, that's 2-0 Angelusa. He's going to need a finish. Dude, Phil Rowe fucked him up in the 3rd round pretty bad. And the thing is, like, dude, Ange got takedowns. And Phil Rowe battled back up. And I was like, come on, Phil. Get back, dude, because Phil Rowe, when he's going, he is one of the most entertaining 170ers on the fucking roster, bro. He is so fucking fun when he's actually able to throw his combinations. Dude, the 3rd round was fucking nuts. He literally stalked Angelusa down and just kind of beat his ass. Knocked his mouth guard out at like the halfway mark, and the whole commentary team was like, dude, his mouth guard's out. And Phil Rowe proceeded to fucking goosh, throw combinations. He hurt Angelusa, got into a clinch position when I was like, dude, you gotta separate, because Angelusa's gonna hold on. He proceeded to put his left hand, like, on Ange's face, and just started Don Fry maxing, just unloading right hooks over and over again. Dude, Angelusa looked like that one photo of Khalil Roundtree for, like, the movie where he's all, like, bruised up and his eyes all fucked up. He was literally grabbing his face and unloading right hooks. And I was like, oh, my God. And Angelusa, like, after maybe the 15th hook in a row, Ange just, like, falls to the ground. And Phil Rowe just like, ugh. Dude, Phil Rowe, stay active, man. Please. Dude, he's so fucking fun when he's not in a boring... When he's not trying to clinch fest Neil Magny, when he's not in there with Jake Matthews frozen on his feet, dude, Phil Rowe is one of the most entertaining 170ers on the fucking roster, man. Dude, that was such a fun fight outside of round 1, dude. Come on, Phil. I would like to see Phil... He probably won't fight. Get him on one of the later papers. Get him on Madison Square Garden, bro. Please. Put him against someone that's like... That's a striker first, dude. Because those matchups are going to be wild. Get him in there with fucking... Obon Elliott fights next week. He's probably going to beat Suk Hyung Ko. Get him in there with Obon Elliott. That would be such a fucking fun fight. Him versus Obon. Or do him versus, like... Ramiz Brahimaj. Phil Rowe, Ramiz Brahimaj, anyone? Dude, that'd be a fucking badass fight. Him versus Ramiz. Or him versus, like, Temba Garimbo. You know what I mean? Do something like that for Phil Rowe. That would be very fun. Angelusa, I feel bad because he was up 2 rounds, and then he proceeded to get fucking absolutely brutalized in that 3rd round, but it is what it is. We move to the star of the entire card, Jamie Lynn Horth versus Vanessa Demopoulos. Jamie Lynn Horth is just way better, and these stats show that. Vanessa Demopoulos, way too small. Going up a weight class was a terrible idea on short notice. Jamie Lynn Horth actually looked like she's done pad training before. So, yeah, she won. Vanessa didn't really have any success. UFC Atlanta. Dude, the prelims, dude. These, Phil Rowe, Cody Durden, Jose Ochoa, Malcolm Wellmaker, those fights literally, like, saved this card. Because I'm going to be honest, this fight wasn't bad. It was kind of just very one-sided. This fight was badass, one-sided, not really that fun, crazy finish, boring as fuck, controversy, you know what I mean, controversial, boring as hell until the controversy. All right, like it was an all right fight, kind of boring, not bad, and then decent, you know what I mean. Decent main event. Kamaru, of course, using his wrestling. It wasn't, like, the most entertaining, but, like, he was dominant. That's what it was. UFC Atlanta, it was probably, like, a 5 out of 10, I'll be honest. It got saved by some big moments, but there was a lot of bad fights on here. I'll try and get a video out for you guys. I have an idea that I'm going to do most hated fighters that I have per division, like, the guys that I hate the most. Give me some ideas. What would you guys want to see me do? This weekend, UFC Baku, Azerbaijan, Khalil Roundtree Jr. versus Jamal Hill. Co-main event, Rafael Fiziev versus Ignacio Bahamondes. I'll get that out for you guys on either Wednesday or Thursday. If you like the video, give it a like. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe. Leave a comment down below. What would you guys want to see next? I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.